My Elite Dangerous in 3 minutes. Well, I've done a bit of everything in this game, but the bit that I'm always drawn to most is combat. And I think that ties in really strongly with shipbuilding. I get super excited about shipbuilding, how the whole ship comes together, how the modifications impact the statistics in certain ways, and armor piercing and energy capacity, how they affect the way you use the ship, especially in combat, how to balance the movement, the agility of a ship with its defenses, or how to use the movement as defenses. The way each of the ships flies differently, the ratio of forward thrust to lateral thrust. I find all of this just endlessly fascinating. But the other huge part of this is the community, and for me, that's mainly the Loose Screws community, this podcast that I've been contributing to for over 5 years now, talking weekly about this game and getting to meet other vacuous gas bags like myself who also make content around it, fantastic content in their cases. I don't think it's a stretch to say there's a culture evolving there. From the outside, it must look like a series of inside jokes born from other inside jokes, repeating fractally off into the light years of black. But from the inside, we know it's a series of inside jokes born from other inside jokes. Now, it hasn't been all bad. There was this time when the Frontier community managers were pointing out content for people to find, and they shared about our podcast and others. They mentioned recent episode titles, which caused this to happen.
And then finally, Loose Screws also went live with episode 127, Thick Thargoid Booty.
Well, I'm not sure that's going to be PG exactly, but...
on April 1st, so check them out as well for a very funny show.
There is a non-zero chance that I'm the reason they stopped mentioning podcast episode titles. This extended family, we've been with each other for so long now through celebrations and struggles, mourning our lost loved ones, meaningfully commemorated in the game world, like the 21,500 light-year trip Loose Screws gathered for to visit the then-new memorial beacon for Evelyn Faye Roy. And there's silly things like combat events and chaotic attempts at sports like judged acrobatics competitions. And Loose Screws has a few squadron medals. We have bronze and silver in CQC, and one of our proudest accomplishments was the gold anti-Xeno medal. We set out to win bronze, thinking we didn't have a realistic shot at beating the heavy hitter squadrons there, but when it came down at the end, we ended up winning by a margin of just one Thargoid interceptor kill. So I contributed over 33 billion to that score, and a few others who were into Thargoid combat did similarly, but that means every member of the group, especially those who weren't avid anti-Xeno pilots, every one of them who got just a single kill made a difference. It's an incredible display of what community can mean in this game that we all feel the way we do about it. So My Elite Dangerous is a game. It's the one I've played the most of any game ever, but it's also this extended family who I've laughed and cried with for so long that it bleeds into my other memories. I have highly developed muscle memory for flying spaceships that don't exist, and after probably thousands of hours spent thinking about building and changing and adjusting these ships so I can fly them again, I still want to go back and do it more. A little over 4 minutes. I guess that'll have to do.